Hi, this is Katie. We are vlogging today. So I know I vlogged the other day when I left New York, but I don't remember like what I talked about or when I stopped in that video. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of a recap here. So I left New York on Saturday morning and I drove a few hundred miles and then stayed in Virginia overnight for just one night. And then I drove another few hundred miles the next day, and then I got to my dad's house in Charleston. And so I spent the last couple days at my dad's, just visiting him and my family. And so I do have a little bit of footage, just a little bit of my visit there, because I just mostly was hanging out with him and I didn't want to like always be recording, but I do have a little bit of footage that I can show you. So I'll show you that in a second. But basically, I was there for like 3 or 4 nights. So now it is Thursday morning and I am driving to my final destination of where I am moving to, which is only maybe 6 more hours away. So if anyone guessed I'm moving to the south, you were correct. But I'm still not gonna tell you exactly where until either later in this video or maybe the next video. And so yeah, I'm just driving a little bit. I'll show you a little bit of driving footage and then I'm probably only gonna stop once, maybe twice. So then I can talk to you a little bit more when I do that. And yeah, I guess that's it for this intro. Oh, but for now, right now, I'm going to show you some of the footage that I took in Charleston, because then when I park, because I need to like look at you when I'm telling you this story, when I park, I'm gonna tell you about an alligator that I saw. So, all right, let me show you that footage and then I'll talk to you guys when I park.
Take a drive and we leave the city. Grab my hand and say you wanna be with me. I tell you I'm not going nowhere. Seems like a pretty good place to drive. The night is young and we're feeling restless. My fingers trace your mother's necklace, the one she gave you last December. It was a beautiful night but painful to remember. Let's roll the windows down. Won't you cruise with me? Let's drive real far. I don't know where we'll go, but I'm happy if you are. Nashville stares at us through the rear view. You tell me you finally feel like the real you. Been changing for quite some time, and everything feels so different. We trash the map cause we're not in a hurry. Got no plans, got no worries. Painted clouds in the desert sky, driving towards the next sunrise. Let's roll the windows down. Won't you cruise with me? Let's drive real far. I don't know where we'll go, but I'm happy if you are. Won't you cruise with me? Let's drive real far. I don't know where we'll go, but I'm happy if you are. Let's roll the windows down. Won't you cruise with me? Let's drive real far. I don't know where we'll go, but I'm happy if you are.
Hey guys, I just parked to get gas and I'm gonna use the restroom. But first, very quickly, what is this stain on my shirt? Has that been there this whole time? What is that? I'm gonna go change and then I'm gonna talk to you guys for a little bit. So I'll be right back. Hey guys, I changed my shirt and I got gas, used the restroom, threw out some trash, and I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit and talk to you guys. So yeah, basically I left New York on Saturday and then I slept somewhere in Virginia, I think I said, Saturday night. And then Sunday night, I got to my dad's in Charleston and I was there Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And we did so many things. And I hope that I had enough footage to show you guys a couple of the things that we did at least. So Monday, I don't think I really have footage from Monday because we just kind of hung out. We went to see one of his friends who's also my friend too, but we were just kind of out doing a bunch of stuff. And then Tuesday, my dad had a gig. He's a musician, and so he had a gig and I went to that gig with him. And then after that, we went to a baseball game. Okay, you guys know how much I love minor league baseball. Literally the hat that I was wearing earlier is a Waterbury Spirit baseball hat from about 20 years ago. This was my dad's. He actually just gave this to me. I love minor league baseball. I grew up going to games with my dad, my brothers. So my dad and I went to a Charleston River Dogs game on Tuesday, and you guys, it was like bring your dog to the game night. We didn't have a dog, but so many of the people there had dogs. And so I was half distracted. As much as I love baseball, I was half distracted by all the dogs and just being like, hi puppy, hi puppy. And the best part, and I don't know if I had this on video, I hope that I did, but I don't know if I did. The best part was instead of having a bat boy, they had a bat dog. And so they had like a dog run out and get the bats after the players dropped them. And it was just the cutest thing I've ever seen. So that was a really fun game. They won, which was great. And I love minor league baseball so much that I don't really care what team wins. Like I don't have like a favorite team. I will obviously always root for the home team, but still regardless, like I just like to watch good baseball. And so it was a really fun game. So that was Tuesday. And then Wednesday, my dad and I went to a state park in South Carolina and we saw some turtles, and then we walked on some trails, and that state park was beautiful. And there was like a little museum and stuff, and that's where I got a new little stuffed animal. Look how cute. Look how cute he is. So I got this little baby bear, a tiny little baby bear, at that state park that my dad and I went to. He still does not have a name, but you guys know how hard it is for me to name stuffed animals, so hopefully we can name him soon. But look at his little face. I love him so much. So I got him at the state park that my dad and I went to. And then we went to a swamp. And my dad and I went to this swamp on my birthday last year, so like last summer. And we took a flat bottom boat, kind of like a canoe, through the swamp, and we just paddled through, and you know, so we just were gonna go and do it again because it was really fun. I like being in the water, I like being on boats, and so we went to go do that again. And this time, we were about halfway through. I don't actually know how long it is, maybe like a half hour total. I actually don't really know, but we were about halfway through, and I saw an alligator in the water while we were on a tiny little boat, and I lost my mind. I was like, Dad, there's an alligator. Oh my gosh, there's an alligator, there's an alligator. And I started like whisper yelling, you know? It's like, there's an alligator, there's an alligator, there's an alligator. Oh my gosh, what do we do, what do we do? And I just like lost my mind. And my dad, who's lived in the South for like 7 years, was like, Katie, we're fine, just keep rowing, keep paddling, we're good. I don't have any footage, by the way. I have no footage of this because I was so scared, and I did not want to end up being one of those people who got attacked by an alligator because they were filming it and not really paying attention, you know what I mean? So I was like heavily paying attention to what I was doing. I don't have any footage, but there was an alligator maybe 20-ish feet away, like way too close. And it was my first time seeing an alligator in like real life in a swamp, and we were on a tiny little boat, and I was terrified. My fight or flight kicked in so much. I was so scared. But again, my dad has lived in the South for a while, so he was like, no, Katie, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. But the alligator, of course, was basically going like the same direction that we were going, just like 15, 20 feet away from us. But eventually, obviously we were fine. And eventually we got past the alligator and we docked and we were talking to the people. They're like, oh, cool. Where'd you see it? Like, oh yeah, that's their territory, blah, blah, blah. Especially in like this area, in this park, you do start to learn that they're not going to hurt you. They don't like to go near boats. They don't like the vibration of the boat, you know? But this was my first time, so I was freaking out. I was like losing my mind. But then after that, we saw some alligators. I guess most of the alligators in this park are in the wild. They're in this swamp, but they have 2-ish in captivity. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know if they're old, if they're sick, or if they just took 2 so that people could see them up close behind a fence. I'm not sure, but there are 2 in captivity. So my dad and I got to go see those alligators a little bit later. And I was like, oh, these guys are so cute. We had a lot of fun, you know, going to the baseball game, going to my dad's gig, going to see his friend, and then going to those parks and stuff and hanging out with the rest of my family as well while I was there. And so yeah, I had a really good time hanging out in South Carolina. Basically after this, my next video will be in my new spot and I'll be telling you where I am. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Just a little update and a little vlog of me driving south and driving to the new place that I'm gonna be living and hanging out with my dad for a little bit on the way. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope that you're subscribed for a lot more travel vlogs and just like, I don't know, like more updates about where I'm gonna be living. I'm just gonna be doing a lot more vlogs, I think. And so I really hope that you're subscribed for some travel stuff and some vlogs. And yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching and I hope that you have a wonderful day. I love you, Jesus loves you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.